Good morning. I'm about to catch an airplane, so I needed to record this video because it's a little too early for me to be calling you. What you see on the screen is that spreadsheet where we're going to want to record the names of all the people. And I thought I'd make this simple video just to show you how we do it so that you'll always have this as a reference. So the first thing we have to do is go to this Corrlinks website that I showed you yesterday, www.corrlinks.com. You log in with the credentials that I shared with you on the Google Doc. You hit login, and then a lot of times it'll pop up with this message. Since I'm the one who sent it from my email address, these messages are coming to me. Once Tulio sets you up with your own email, we'll have you do the invites, and that way these messages will come to you. But for now, what I'm doing is I have to add this code that comes to me in the mail, and then I add the code and I accept like that, and now that person gets added. And let me just add everybody there that I have a code for. Copy, paste, go, accept, and let me just see if I hope that I have not lost some of these codes already. Go. Accept. Okay, I think that's it, because the one person, I know he's getting out of prison in a week or so, so there's no sense enrolling him in the group. So now I'm going to hit this section, and you'll see I have my inmates, right? This is the general mailbox. If I see the general mailbox, I see I have messages from all these people. They're doing exactly what we asked them to do. They're asking to apply for a scholarship. Okay? So what we want to do now is I want to go back to the main mailbox, which is this button right there. Okay, I think you saw it. Yeah, I clicked back to the mailbox and return to the main menu, because I want to always go to account management first. If I go to account management first and then manage my inmate groups, you'll see that I built one group that I call community. And if I hit community, you'll see all these people that I've already added. So now I'm going to add them to our community. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That's 20 more people. We already almost have our 100 people for the scholarship to start. So I'm going to save this down here, okay? And then I'm going to go back to the main menu. Now I can go to the mailbox, and now watch what I can do. I can go in here to new messages, and when I hit new messages, if I hit community, it goes to everybody in that list. So I hit OK, and then I could go ahead and type my message and save and send my message. But I don't want to do that yet. I'm going to wait until maybe tonight or tomorrow to send that message. And separately, you'll know that I created this this form last night. I saw that we were both on the Google Drive sheet last night at the same time, and let me just type it in here. I know I have it as intern Aaliyah, and I created this under this memo. I created this letter. Right? And this letter is designed to be the follow-up letter for everybody who signed the scholarship. And I wrote it as if I am you. So I don't want to send it until you read it and approve it. But this is kind of explaining the scholarship and what people want to know. We want them to know that we're intending to publish their name, so either they can apply and agree, or they can submit and do it as an anonymous person. Doesn't matter. We're looking to collect the data from them. So what we want to do is go to this section here. We need to know who these people are and where they are. And the way we do that, who these people, I should say, let me go back to Corrlinks. All these Corrlinks people, cancel that. Okay, and this is what you should be doing today. We should be looking. I would recommend that you go back here, because this is going to be the easiest way to go to account management, go to manage my groups, and then go to community. Now you know from the bottom of this form here that there are 6 different lists here, and there's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 people. So and then there's these tabs down here. So there's 55 of these, assuming there's 11 on each one. Okay, there's about 60 plus already signed up that want to be in our scholarship program. But I need to know where they are. So the way that I would do that is I would open up 2 tabs, this one and this one, where I'm gathering the message, actually 3 tabs, and I'd also need this one. This is bop.gov. This is the Bureau of Prisons website. And if I go here to inmates, find an inmate, you'll see that I can find people by name or by number. And by number is super easy. So all I have to do is go back to my Corrlinks thing, and I get the person's number by highlighting it like that, copy, and then I go over here to the BOP's website, boom, 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 right there, type that number in there, paste, and search. And then I get the person's name and I find out where they are. So this person, I know she's 27. It's a 27-year-old black man, and he's confined in Pekin, Illinois. Now, it's very important that I gather this information. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get his name, and I just copy and paste to make sure I don't have any typos. And I'm going to go to his registration, plug it there, put it in the formula bar so it gets formulated right. Go back to the BOP, get his first name, copy, go to Corrlinks, paste, get his last name, Addison, copy, go back to the Corrlinks, paste. Release date, I'm going to have that right there. That date is for some of them. Some of them will be unknown. Some of them will have this date right there. Just copy it right there from that sheet. Plug the release date there. And this is, actually, I don't really have to do this column anymore, because instead you'll notice at the bottom that I put a tab at the bottom that just says Michael EF. So we'll just put different tabs at the bottom, and that way that becomes irrelevant at that point. And then I need to get his location. So he's at Pekin, Illinois, Pekin FCI, so grab that. And there's a second component of that. So I'll just grab that name right there, Pekin, and then the mailing address. Now the mailing address is a little tricky, because if I click on this list right here, I go to another section of the website, and I can scroll down, find the institution, and I've got to find the mailing address. So the mailing address, you'll notice at the top it has a mailing address, but that's not the mailing address for the inmates. That's the mailing address for the staff, okay? So we want to scroll down here or that's the mailing address of the institution, and you want to get inmate mail. It's very important that we get the right one, because the Bureau of Prisons is really finicky about how they send people someplace. Now this time, sometimes there's multiple institutions, but that's okay. At Pekin, I happen to know the camp is a woman's prison and the regular prison is a men's prison. So I know he's at the men's prison. So I will just grab the address right there, go back to there, and type the mailing address, and just type that in there. And that's going to make it easier for us when we go to send the books. Okay. But we don't know this right now. Hopefully we'll get to know that later. That'll be important for our advocacy work. But right now that's going to be in Pekin. So I can just grab that information right there. I know it's in Pekin, Illinois. And this will be good to sort if we ever want to know, okay, who do we know in what institutions? That'll be very helpful. I can get the zip code again right there. Copy. So this is good for a mail merge if we ever want to send stuff in the mail to people. And then that's it. So I would like it if you could populate this sheet with all of the people on our list today, so that we have a database that we could send them books. And you'll notice on this sheet itself, I have added these other books here. These are the different books that we have. So it would be great if we plugged in there the date that we sent the books. We're not going to do that until we've loaded the entire thing. And you'll notice that I also put in here scholarship. So we're going to have, my goal, I think, is we're going to have multiple scholarships. This one's going to be 100, and it's coming from my company as the corporation that's going to sponsor these first 100. But we'll eventually get others. I always like to say I never ask anybody to do anything I didn't do. So we're going to be the first sponsor. I don't even have to tell that to the people, because then they're going to ask us to influence and start lobbying. We're always going to say unless otherwise it's an anonymous sponsor. And the page setup, we will have a URL for each person who's writing their information. We'll have to set that up with Tulio. And then these are the different books. So we've got a lot of books that we could be sending them. And I write these books all the time because it's important for people to learn all the time. So I just wanted to share this with you and hope that it's helpful to you with a clear goal. If my goal would be, by the end of the day, or when you have a chance, you've populated this entire sheet with all of the people in our list. And then once we have 100 or so, or maybe by Monday, we will send out this letter. Okay? This letter is what we're going to send out. And we can still look at it for a couple of days just to make sure it's right. And what I'm telling them, you'll notice, is that our sponsor will make a decision by Saturday, May 23rd. Okay, so by next weekend, we're going to let people know, hey, you've been selected. Our sponsor selected you based on your essay. So they have to do something, right? This is how we collect data. We're sending this in. We're going to let the world know what we sent, and then we're going to ask them to do something. So we're asking them to do a couple of things. We want them to follow instructions. So if you'd like to participate, please respond to this email with the following subject line, right? They know exactly what they have to do. Just do that subject line. Then please meet our sponsors or respond to the following question. No big deal, just one question. Describe your level of commitment to preparing for success after release. Boom. I want them, the people, to write that. If they choose to write one sentence, because I want to get better, okay, that could be one sentence that they write. Great. If that's the way they want to sell themselves, we're going to critique that. If they write 3 sentences, probably better than one. If they write something along these lines, my name is Michael Santos. I got sentenced to 45 years in prison, and my hopes are that I can get out of here and become successful. For that reason, I would like to participate in this program, and I hope that your sponsor will issue me a scholarship. Because with a scholarship, I'll be able to get books that I otherwise couldn't afford, and I can learn some strategies that other people have used to work on themselves. So we're always going to want to define excellence. And see this, then I will create a course with a workbook that shows this, and people in prison will receive it, and that's the way we could start being the change that we want to see in the world. So I just wanted to share this with you, and I'm going to stop recording now and hope you have a great Sunday. Thank you.